You showered her with gifts, whisked her away on trips, covered her expenses, and yet, she departed. Why? Because women aren't drawn to favors. They're devoted to feelings. You can offer her everything, but if you don't ignite an emotional response, she abandons you for a man who does nothing but stir her soul. Your efforts don't secure her loyalty. Instead, it's the emotional high you provide, the intrigue, the intensity, your very presence. Not the elaborate dinners, the endless texts, or the expensive ring. Captivate her mind, not just her schedule. Speak to her spirit, not merely her expectations. When the excitement fades, so will she. Understand this. She doesn't remain for your actions. She remains for how you make her feel when you do nothing at all. Stoic men grasp this. And now, so, do you follow for more? The harsh truth. Her loyalty isn't to your effort, but to emotion. You can invest everything, your time, your finances, your very heart, and still lose her. Why? Because many men unknowingly fall into a common pitfall. They mistakenly believe women remain loyal to effort, to kindness, to what you do. But this isn't how women are fundamentally wired, not on a deep level. A woman's allegiance isn't secured by logic. It's activated by emotion. And emotion doesn't respond to rationale. It responds to impact. She doesn't replay your gifts in her mind at night. She replays the feeling you evoked in that unforgettable moment. Perhaps when you simply looked at her without a word, and she felt utterly seen, as if you gazed into her soul. It's a harsh reality, but it's true. A man can perform flawlessly, being present, supportive, consistent, and generous. But if he fails to ignite something profound within her, she will eventually drift away. Not out of malice, but because she's no longer moved. Women yearn for emotional gravity. They are drawn to what compels them, what excites, unsettles, fascinates, or mystifies them. And often, it's not the nice guy who achieves this. Sometimes, it's the man who doesn't need her, the one who doesn't provide the answers she desperately seeks, the one who walks away and genuinely means it. This is because female loyalty is driven by emotion, not comfort. She might claim to desire stability, and she might even believe it. However, the truth is, women are emotionally loyal. This is precisely why you sometimes witness her pursuing a man who offers her nothing but silence, because that silence generated more emotion than your countless kind words ever could. Here's what Stoicism teaches. Detach from outcome. Release the notion that your effort will automatically yield a reward. In a logical world, it would. But romance operates outside of logic. Instead, concentrate on becoming a man who is deeply rooted, calm, grounded, enigmatic, and powerful, in his very presence, not just in his performance. When she senses your presence, when she feels the tension and mystery emanating from your unwavering essence, that is when you become truly unforgettable. So, ask yourself, are you attempting to impress her, or are you truly moving her? One path will drain you, the other will transform her. Emotional impact is her currency, not your consistency. Herein lies the paradox. Consistency breeds dependability, yet emotional impact makes you unforgettable, and women don't abandon men they can't forget. This is why stories abound of women leaving men who gave them everything for a guy who barely bothers to text back. Because amidst the unpredictability of that man, her emotions were ablaze, her heart raced, her mind puzzled, and her body instinctively followed. When a man becomes utterly predictable, he becomes emotionally invisible. Being reliable isn't inherently bad. It's being emotionally flat that renders you forgettable. Let's delve deeper. When a woman forms a bond with a man, she stores memories not in a logical sequence, but in emotional waves. She remembers the soaring highs, the palpable tension, the laughter that reverberated through her chest, the silences that made her apprehensive, the exhilarating unknown. Therefore, if your entire relationship is built on rigid routine, predictable comfort, and constant validation, she will respect you, but she won't become captivated by you. Does this imply you should resort to games? No, games are for boys. A Stoic man, however, doesn't beg for connection. He creates the space for it. He cultivates emotional tension by remaining calm amidst turmoil, by being unfazed when she tests him, by understanding his own worth even when she doubts hers. Consider this: when she sends a detached text and you don't react, when she withdraws and you don't pursue, when she tries to provoke and you respond with silence instead of anger, that is emotional mastery. And that mastery is rare, which is precisely why it makes you stand out. This isn't about withholding affection, it's about being intentional, powerful, and unshakable. A woman's loyalty isn't to the kindest man. It's to the man who leaves an indelible mark on her emotional landscape. Stoicism trains you to stop reacting and start resonating. To feel everything, but to display nothing unnecessary. To her, that silence is deafening, that stillness addictive, because it grants her the space to feel, to pursue, to yearn, be less accessible, more impactful, less reactive, more grounded. This isn't manipulation, it's attraction on a profound level. The only thing women are truly loyal to, how you make them feel about themselves. Now, For the deepest insight, women aren't loyal to you. They are loyal to how they feel about themselves when they are in your presence. This is where most men make a painful misstep. They believe, if I treat her like royalty, she'll stay. But the crucial question isn't how you treat her. It's how she feels when she's around you. Does she feel feminine, desired, mysterious, or inspired? Or does she feel like she's being babysat by a man desperate for approval? Women are emotional beings, but even more so, they are self-referencing. They reflect who they become in your presence. If she feels bored, she'll attribute that to you. If she feels powerful, she'll associate that feeling with you. If she feels more alive, more curious, more seductive when she's with you, she won't want to leave. And here's the key. It's not about doing things for her. It's about being a man who awakens facets of her that no one else can reach. This doesn't arise from gifts, compliments, or constant attention. It stems from presence, depth, command, and contrast. You must embody both the storm and the calm. The man who listens intently but isn't afraid to depart. The man who desires her but doesn't need her. The man who sees her but also sees through her. This type of man is a rarity. Which is why, when a woman encounters him, she remembers and she returns. Remember this, her loyalty isn't purchased. It's awakened, not through effort, but through your essence. You don't need to transform into someone else. You need to return to the man you were before the world instructed you to please her. That is Stoicism in love. That is the quiet power that captivates women. So now, you possess the truth. It's not the dinners, not the roses, not the lengthy texts, or late-night calls. It's the feeling. A woman remains where her emotions are stirred. She stays with the man who makes her feel truly seen, not merely served. Her loyalty isn't to the man who gives the most, but to the one who makes her feel the deepest emotions. And that power doesn't reside in what you do. It's in who you are when you cease chasing and begin embodying. Therefore, ask yourself, are you trying to impress her, or are you awakening something within her that no one else dares to touch? Don't be the man who gives everything and is forgotten. Be the man who gives presence and is unforgettable. If this video has opened your eyes, drop a heart in the comments so I know you're not just a nice guy, but a stoic one. Subscribe, like, and share this with a brother who needs to stop begging and start becoming. Stay sharp, stay stoic. See you in the next one.